Welcome to the Deep Dive. I'm Brian, and today we'll be taking a deep dive into the world of greens. I have a feeling you already know that greens are good for you, but we're going way beyond the basics today.
Absolutely.
Why are greens more than just a 5-a-day obligation? What makes them so special?
Well, those 5-a-day recommendations, they're a good start, but greens really deserve a spotlight all on their own. They're packed with nutrients that go way beyond the usual suspects.
Right.
We're talking fiber, magnesium, iron, calcium,
Wow.
and the vitamins. They've practically got the whole alphabet covered. A, B, C, E, you name it.
Yeah.
But here's where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Greens are also brimming with these things called flavonoids and phytochemicals.
Hmm.
Now, those might sound like something out of a science lab, but they're actually powerful compounds found naturally in plants.
Okay, so they sound impressive, but what do they actually do for us?
They do a lot. For example, sulforaphane, a phytochemical found in broccoli, can actually help your body detoxify harmful substances.
Interesting.
That's one of the ways greens can contribute to lower cholesterol levels.
I see.
And then there's magnesium, which isn't just about strong bones. It plays a crucial role in relaxing your muscles and calming your nervous system. It even helps regulate neurotransmitters that are key for a good night's sleep.
Oh, wow.
So if you struggle with sleep upping, your greens intake might just be the ticket to more restful nights.
Wow. I never knew greens could help with sleep. I'm already starting to see why this is more than just about eating your veggies.
Exactly. We're talking about a ripple effect of benefits, and it goes even further than that. Think about your immune system. Greens are loaded with vitamin C, of course, but they also have these lesser-known antioxidants that work behind the scenes to protect your cells from damage and keep your immune system strong. So we're not just talking about preventing a sniffle here and there. Greens help build a foundation of overall health and resilience in your body.
So we've been talking about all the amazing things greens can do for our bodies. But you also mentioned that a green diet isn't just about personal health. It's about the health of our planet, too. I'm curious to hear more about that connection.
It's a crucial part of the conversation and one that often gets overlooked. Our food choices have a much bigger impact than we realize.
Yeah.
The way we produce and consume food, especially, the emphasis on animal products, is a major contributor to climate change and a whole host of environmental problems.
When you put it that way, it makes you realize that what's on our plate is connected to so much more than just our own well-being.
Exactly. Think about it. Vast amounts of land are cleared for agriculture, often leading to deforestation and habitat loss.
Right.
Livestock farming generates significant greenhouse gas emissions, which contribute to global warming. And the production of fertilizers and pesticides pollutes our water sources and soil, impacting biodiversity and ultimately our own food security.
It's a sobering thought, but also empowering in a way. It means that by making different choices, we can actually make a positive difference.
Absolutely. And shifting towards a more plant-based diet, rich in greens and other vegetables, is a powerful way to reduce our environmental footprint and contribute to a more sustainable food system.
You mentioned earlier that there are frameworks like the Planetary Health Diet and the UK's Green Food Project that guide us towards more sustainable eating. What are the key differences between those approaches?
The Planetary Health Diet is very specific, almost like a meal plan. It sets daily targets for how much meat, fish grains, fruits, veggies, and even sugars you should consume. It's great for those who thrive on structure and clear guidelines.
So it takes the guesswork out of it, but it's also quite detailed.
Right. The UK's Green Food Project, on the other hand, is more about adopting a mindset shift rather than following rigid rules. It encourages eating a balanced diet with plenty of plant-based foods, valuing your food, and reducing waste, moderating meat consumption, choosing sustainably sourced fish, and things like that.
So it's more about principles and making gradual changes that feel sustainable for each individual.
Exactly. And both approaches ultimately emphasize the same core idea. Our food choices have a direct impact on both our own health and the health of the planet.
Yeah,
It's about finding what works best for you and making changes that feel good and that you can stick with.
that makes sense. Now, you've talked about reducing meat consumption, and I know that often raises concerns about getting enough protein. Can you talk about that? Is it really possible to get enough protein on a plant-based diet?
It absolutely is. It's a common misconception that plant-based diets are protein deficient. But the truth is, plants offer a wealth of protein. Think about legumes. Lentils, beans, chickpeas, they're protein powerhouses. And nuts and seeds like almonds, chia seeds, flax seeds, not only protein, but also healthy fats. Even whole grains like quinoa and brown rice contribute to our protein intake.
So it's about diversifying our protein sources, not just relying on meat for every meal.
Exactly. A well-planned plant-based diet can easily meet your protein needs while offering a host of other benefits. The British Dietetic Association has actually come out and said that plants contain all the essential amino acids our bodies require.
That's reassuring. Now let's get practical.
Yeah.
I'm sure our listeners are eager for some tangible tips on making their meals greener. What are some of your favorite ways to incorporate more greens into breakfast, lunch, and dinner?
I love this part. Let's start with breakfast. Smoothies are a classic, but let's not forget about eggs.
Okay.
Adding spinach mushrooms and a sprinkle of feta to an omelet or scramble makes for a delicious and nutritious start to the day.
Sure.
Or try a breakfast bowl with quinoa, sautéed kale avocado, and a poached egg on top.
Sounds delicious. What about lunch?
Salads are a given, but think beyond the basic lettuce. Spinach, arugula, kale, there's so much variety. Add roasted veggies, quinoa or lentils for protein, a vibrant dressing, and maybe some nuts or dried fruit for crunch. Hearty soups and stews are also fantastic for sneaking in extra greens.
Great ideas. What about dinner time?
Oh, the possibilities are endless. Even something as simple as sautéed greens with garlic and olive oil makes a wonderful side dish. Spinach, kale, Swiss chard, they all cook up quickly and beautifully. You can also incorporate greens into pasta dishes, stir fries, even pizzas.
Greens on pizza. Now you're talking.
Exactly. Add some arugula or spinach after the pizza comes out of the oven. It wilts slightly and adds a fresh peppery kick. It's all about being creative and finding ways to make greens a regular part of your routine.
You've given us so much to think about. It's clear that a green diet isn't just a trend. It's a lifestyle shift that benefits both us and the planet. But before we wrap up, I'm curious to hear your thoughts on the future of sustainable eating. What trends or innovations are you most excited about?
There's so much happening in this space. It's truly inspiring. One trend I'm particularly excited about is vertical farming.
Vertical farming. I've heard the term, but don't know much about it.
Imagine crops growing in vertically stacked layers, often indoors in controlled environments. It uses significantly less land and water than traditional farming, reduces the need for pesticides, and can even be located in urban centers, minimizing transport costs and emissions. It's a game changer for food security, especially in areas with limited land or challenging growing conditions.
That's incredible. It sounds like something out of a science fiction movie, but it's happening right now. What other innovations are you keeping an eye on?
Regenerative agriculture is another exciting development. It's all about rebuilding soil health, increasing biodiversity, and actually capturing carbon from the atmosphere. Practices like cover cropping, no-till farming, and crop rotation are all part of this holistic approach.
So it's not just about minimizing harm, but actively working to heal the land and reverse some of the damage that's been done.
Exactly. And guess what plays a central role in all of this?
I have a feeling I know the answer.
Greens. They're nutrient-dense, require fewer resources to produce compared to animal products, and contribute to a more diverse and resilient agricultural landscape. It's all connected. By embracing greens and supporting these innovative farming practices, we can truly create a food system that nourishes both people and the planet.
Thank you so much for joining us on the Deep Dive today. You've shared so much valuable information and inspired us all to think more critically about our food choices and their impact on the world around us.
It was my pleasure, Brian. Thanks for having me.
And to our amazing listeners, we hope you've enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible world of greens. Remember, every bite counts. Choose wisely, eat green, and together let's create a healthier and more sustainable future. And a big thank you to Detox Health for making this deep dive possible. Don't forget to check out their YouTube channel for more healthy living tips.
And be sure to subscribe to their channel to stay up to date on all their amazing content.
That's a wrap on our bean adventure, everyone. Until next time, stay curious, stay healthy, and keep on beaning.